Good day, students. Our English lesson begins. Today, I shall explain your present perfect and present perfect continuous with how long, for, and since. Present perfect, the same form, have plus past participle, exist in many European languages, but the uses in English are different. In English, the present perfect is a present tense, but it also expresses the effect of past actions and activities on the present. For example, I have lived in Spain in the same house for 25 years. Here, have lived is a present perfect tense form. How long has he been working? Here, has he been working is a present perfect continuous tense form. The third sentence. He has been looking for a new flat since October. Here, he has been looking for a few new flats since October is present perfect continuous tense form. The present perfect has three main uses. First, it expresses an action which began in the past and still continued. For example, we lived in the same house for 25 years. Peter has worked as a teacher since 1991. How long have you known each other? They have been married for 20 years. The second, it expresses an experience that happened at some time in one's life. The action is in the past and finished, but the effects of the action are still left. When the action happened, it is not important. For example, I have been to the state. Have you ever had an opinion? How many times has he been married? The third, it expresses a past action that has a present result. The action is usually in the recent past. For example, the taxi hasn't arrived. We are still waiting for it. What have you done to your life? We use the present perfect continuous to talk about actions that started in the past and continued to the present. For example, she has been working as a doctor for 40 years. We use for and since to talk about periods of time from the past to the present. We use for to talk periods of time. It answers question with how long. For 40 years, for 5 years, for a minute, for 500 years. We use since to talk about points of time. It answers questions with how long. Since 1995, since last year, since Tuesday. Now I shall explain your exercise. Exercise number 123. Present perfect continuous with how long and for and since. The first sentences. Complete the sentences below how long, for, or since. The first sentences. How long have you been waiting here? I have been studying English for 3 years. We have been coming here on holiday since 1998. He has been looking for a new flat since October. He has been driving since about a year. How long have you been sitting there? Now I shall explain you the text about present perfect tense form. Present perfect continuous with how long, for, and since. Look at the picture of 4 people who are looking for work with vacation express. What kind of work would each of them like to do? Can you think of a suitable job for each of them? First, Sandra, 24 years old. I think I am very good with children. When I was younger, I used to look after my 2 little brothers when my parents went out. Then, when I was at university, I earned extra money in the evening by babysitting, so I have been looking after children since I was about 14. I am 24 now, and I would really like to travel before I settle down. Mark, 21. I got interested in sailing when I was about 11. My father used to take me sailing most weekends, and that's how I learned the basic, and from them I just carried on. So I have been sailing for about 10 years now. I just love it. It is more than a hobby to me now. Valanda, 21. Chinese culture fascinates me. I think learning the language is really the best way to find out about a culture. So I started studying Chinese 2 years ago. It is not an easy language at first, but I think I can make myself understood now. I would like to spend some time there getting to know the people and learning more about the place. Sanjeev, 28 years old. I left my job in January last year because I want to be a comedian. I have been trying to get work for about a year now. I can sing as well and play a bit of piano, but it is not easy to find work. I need to get experience in front of a live audience. Now I shall read another text and explain you. Read the information about Florence Garcia. Florence Garcia came to England almost 5 years ago. A year later, her children began school, and Florence started working as a teacher. First as a teacher of French at the secondary school. She is now full-time yoga teacher. I started studying yoga about 10 years ago. I enjoyed teaching French, but I wanted a change. I started teaching yoga about a year and a half ago, and I must say I really enjoy it.